every week. You guys give us some hard numbers, give us a little snapshot of what's going on in the world. Speaking of, let's say, leaders that are shaking things up a little bit that the President of the United States has had complimentary things to say about, we will go to the Philippines. Rodrigo Duterte. 42,000.
Yes, so this week Rodrigo Duterte, the Philippine president, suggested that the government should give 42,000 guns out to the populace to help aid in the fight against drug traffickers.
Because what could go wrong?
Yeah, because exactly what could go wrong.
Flood the country with guns.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Why not?
So what's the reasoning behind this?
Well, look, I mean, I think he's always been one for colorful statements, and he too, like Donald Trump, is casting himself as this strong man, as this man of the people, as someone willing to fight back. This is not, from a policy standpoint, we couldn't think of anything worse to do. But in the political sphere, you know, he's trying to bolster himself as this leader, right? We've seen this over and over again from these populist figures.
All right, let's look at 70 in Yemen.
So Hodeidah, which is a major port in Yemen, is currently under siege from a Saudi Arabia-backed coalition who's sort of ramping up its war in the country against the Houthi rebels who have been at war with the central government for a few years now. This port is responsible for 70% of humanitarian aid to the country. It is looking that, like during the siege, part of those humanitarian aid won't be able to get through to the country's citizens, and so you could have, sort of on top of the already existing humanitarian crisis in the country, an even worse crisis as this military siege continues.
Very interesting. So there are a bunch of other numbers, but we have to go 50 million. That's how much China is going to invest in soccer, or Vlad says football, in the future. They want to make it to the World Cup. Gabe Lipton, thank you very much.
Great to be with you.
And you can check out all of these stories by subscribing to the Signal newsletter. Just sign up for it at GZEROmedia.com.